Hello fellow modelers, JT here. Today I'm going to test out my new acquisition, which is the Gear airbrush by Airgoo. It's only been around a short while. I haven't actually used it yet. I'm quite impressed by the build. I'm sure it's Chinese, and I think at the moment my feeling is that it runs at the same level as the gallery airbrushes, particularly the Mobius 03 and also the Seeker. It comes with two needles, a 0.2 and a 0.3. Now, according to the outside of the box that it came in, as you can see, it ranges between fine, medium and extreme detail. So I'm actually thinking that this airbrush is really designed for detail work, and if you check up the airbrush artist DreadFX, you will see that he's quite impressed with this and its compatriot airbrush, which is the Airgoo Phantom. I didn't choose the Phantom. I quite liked this one because one of the features that this has and the Phantom doesn't is that you can take off the needle caps, as I call them, which exposes the needle, of course, and you can see it's rather, the tip is designed rather reminiscent of H&S. The metal on this airbrush is very good. The finish is very good, but this air cap you can actually swap over off the back, which I just did, sorry, and you can change it over, pop what I call the pinch tip needle cap, and the one you've just taken off you can conveniently park on the back of your airbrush, so you can swap them over, which I quite like. Okay, I'm going to use water-based acrylics. This airbrush has got which look like PTFE seals on the back of the nozzle. There's a PTFE seal on the needle bearing, which is quite long actually. I took it out and had a look at it. And there is what looks like a PTFE seal inside the bottom of the base of the cup where it joins the body. So I'm assuming that this is solvent resistant. It doesn't actually say that in any of the write-ups, Airgoo's website description, so jury's out on that. However, I'm quite impressed with the build. To be quite nitpicky, on my particular one there's just a bit of a blemish on the soldering before it was chromed, just there. You can barely see it really, but I'm being nitpicky because on my gallery ones I don't have any such blemishes at all. And my other criticism is that it comes with two cups. The smaller cup has an interference fit lid, but this bigger cup has the old rubber seal, which fits into a groove in the lid, and for sure this seal won't be solvent resistant. I'm going to see if the lids off my Neo Echo SJ83, which has a similar lid with a rubber seal, fits this one, just out of interest. I haven't got it handy today, so I can't do it. So that's the plan. You also get, as well as the two needle sizes, you also get this rather neat little filter, and I'm running off. I'm not going to run off my main compressor. I'm running off Gallery's Serenair, and I'll set it at its minimum setting, which is supposed to be 15 psi. So we will see how this goes. Okay, so first of all let's make up some paint. Now I'm using MIG Atom water-based acrylics because I like them very much. They're an equal quality to the Kaleido range from Gallery, and because this is water-based acrylic, the one enemy that you come across is that air plus acrylic paint equals quick drying, and therefore you're going to get tip dry on the end of your needle. So what I do with my water-based paints, all of them, is I actually use Atom's thinner, cleaner and retarder, because this combination will slow down the drying time of acrylic paint without destroying its adherence to models. Once it's dry, it won't rub off. If you use water as a thinner, you're just weakening your acrylic paint, and it will rub off. It won't last. So that is today's project. And I mix with the thinner about 50-50. So we'll get my little dish. I have given this acrylic paint a good shake with my my paint shaker, so it's been really well mixed, which is important. Now I'm not going to make that much, so we'll put 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we will start off with, we'll just put 5 drops in, which isn't quite 1 to 1, is it? 1, 2. I think we'll count that as 5 drops. Now, because I'm a lazy elderly modeler, I've got my little mixer here. The plastic axle on the end of this just vibrates enough to agitate the paint. Now, that, if you can see, you can't, but that is too thick, much too thick. So it needs another at least 5 drops. I'll just rinse that out in the old water. Okay, that will need another 5 drops at least. 1, 2, 3, 5, 1 for good luck. So we will see. I'm working naked without gloves, but there you go. That's better. It's running without it disappearing off the side. It's running quite well. You can't quite see that, but I'm happy with that mix. Get another little burst up. I'm using this is Atom Black Brown because I'm hoping that this will come in handy for weathering of some of my models. So we will then get rid of those, add the mixture. Now I'm using, I've set this up with a 03 needle and nozzle. So that's put in there. I won't bother with the lid, and I haven't got to clean it, have I? So we'll just see. Now I'm going to run this without my compressor on because it's rather noisy, and I won't be able to, you won't be able to hear what I'm saying. So we'll just see how we're going to go. We'll try the old. So 15 psi. And I would say that that, being a detail brush on 15 psi, is too thick. So we will put a bit more thinner in, I think. That's it. And we'll do the old bubble test. That's a very good start. So chuck that over, start again. That's a bit better. Yes, we'll just try it on a little bit high powered pressure just to check that again. Not bad. Not bad. We'll try it on how not to do it. Now, as you can see, this is a detail brush. I don't think this brush is designed for covering large models at all. This is a detail, and this is the 0.3. That is very good indeed. Look at that. And they are clean lines. I don't know if you can see those on this camera. They are very clean lines. Very clean lines. Very impressed with that. Let's go again. See, it atomises the paint quite well at low PSI. But this is very much a detail paint. Airbrush rather. So I'm trying to make sure you can see what I'm doing. Perhaps my paint is a little too thin now, but never mind. I'm not an artist. Ooh. So I'm looking over my shoulder at my laptop screen. It's quite good. I think that's quite good myself. So I'll try with some dots. Nice. Now, even holding the airbrush, look at that. That is detail stuff. Very nice. I can't do dagger strokes to save me life. You do have an adjuster on here for the spring, and I'm going to reduce it a bit because the spring's a bit strong on this one. I think on the Phantom it's a little softer. That's better. But this is a very nice detail brush, and this we're talking 0.3 here. The 0.2 nozzle is minute, I have to say, the hole, so that won't take thick paints at all. But I like that. Let me just pop that over there. I haven't got any needle drying much in there, but I am going to just clean the needle off. There's a little bit of tip dry, even with, did you see that? Just a bit of water. Just clean the needle. And then even finer. Look at that. You can hardly see those. They are hairlines. Look at those. So, and even standing off the paper, that's still giving me some lovely lines. Just look. So, yes, a detail brush. Really, I'm not sure whether it will cope. Oh, let's see. Crumple off a bit of paper. Let's see if I can fill in some of the cracks. Yeah, quite good, I suppose. Let's try this one. Yeah, I wonder how you get on with camouflage on an aeroplane, perhaps. I've never done camouflage on an aeroplane. I'm a railway modeller. But, my skills for doing that are not there yet. I do have arthritis in my hand, so that does cause havoc when I'm trying new airbrushes out until I've got the hang of them. Bit of overspray, but I think that's more me than anything else. I think, what have I got it on? I think we'll go down a bit more on the old. Back down to 15, that was on 17 psi. So we'll just see what we've got here. I would say that is a lovely detail brush. You could paint some figures with that, I'm sure. Some real figures with that. That's a better bit of camouflage, isn't it? I'm actually going to experiment with a bit of a high pressure on here. Let's go up to 21. see if this will do thin paint with high pressure. Well, I think it actually atomizes the paint better. We're on about 21 on this Serenair. Let's see if she does. Oh, that's me doing bad airbrush practice, that is. I think that noise is next door. I keep thinking it's me. Yeah, it does quite well even under high pressure. It does belt out the paint as well. Anyway, that's it. Airgoo's airbrush. I need a bit of practice, but brilliant detail one. Anyway, that's it for now. Goodbye.